about that?
Yeah.
We're excited. I don't have the words to say, but it's like we're pro softball players going in there.
Right? No,
Yeah.
seriously, that's really cool. And that's an opportunity that students here in the Oklahoma City Public School District have. Um, you know, no other district in this in the country has that opportunity other than some of the other districts here in the state of Oklahoma. It's an Oklahoma thing to be able to play in a facility like that. How competitive do you feel like your team is this year? You've got a lot of great athletes that can get to that winning level.
Oh yeah, we've been grinding, and it's showing how much we have improved from early summer to now. Again, these girls put their heart and soul into it. They work their tails off. It's just something that we look forward to week in and week out, is just to compete, to see how we do. Because I always tell the girls, it's not how we start, it's how we finish. I said, it's okay to make mistakes, but as long as you learn from those mistakes, we'll be fine. I'm just excited to see these young women just perform and have fun performing.
Tell me what it's like from your perspective, being the head coach, to coach Olivia Vargas and Jalen San Miguel. I mean, these are your leaders of the team. You could have chosen anybody else to come up here and represent Capitol Hill, but you chose these young ladies. What set them apart?
They are the extension of the head coach. I don't have to really say much to get them to going. If we're running behind, the coach and myself is running behind these young ladies, stepping up. They get practice ready, so when we get there, all we got to do is hit the dirt running. And that's just a joy to have when you have leadership like these young ladies, because they take softball serious. And that's all a coach can ever expect out of an athlete.
What's it like? Walk me through a day of practice under Coach March from a player's standpoint.
We get there, we warm up, we do stretchings, and then we get a little water break, and then we run out to the field, to the dirt, and then we start doing our little warm-ups. We start running, throwing,
All of the above.
Sweating.
We get any scrimmage time in there between the teammates?
yes, a little bit, yeah.
Cool. What about batting cage?
We do
That's
that.
somewhere you spend a lot of time.
Yes.
Now, what about you, Olivia? I mean, being a pitcher, you spend a lot of. I mean, do you get time at the plate as well as a hitter?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you have a preference to be? Because you seem like somebody, just talking to you off mic, that you really enjoy the pitching aspect of softball. What about the hitting?
I like hitting. It helps me like get like nerves off, and like if something like make me upset, it helps me like get that off too.
Yeah. Yeah. Coach, how did you become head coach of the softball team at Capitol Hill?
Great
How
question.
long have you been there?
I've been there. This is my third year as the head coach. I think the previous coach resigned, and I asked for permission because I didn't want to step on no toes,
Right.
to make sure that it was okay if I applied for the job. And he gave me his good farewell speech and was like, go get him. And that's how I ended up becoming the coach at Capitol Hill. Again, it's been a rocky start, but it's been worth it all.
Well, sometimes foundations take a while to get built.
Yes.
And that's just, a part of building a program. It's never easy, and that's why they call it work. I mean, but I know just from talking with these young ladies, you're doing a remarkable job mentoring them on the field and off. What are your aspirations as far as, what year are you? Are you junior, senior?
I'm a senior.
I'm
Okay.
a junior.
Now, being a senior, Jalen, do you have possible aspirations at continuing your softball career at the next level, or are you going to focus on a different study?
probably gonna focus on studying. I love the sport, I love playing, but I don't think I see anything beyond that.
Yeah. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. You know, you've got to find something that you're really passionate about. But I think being a student athlete at Capitol Hill and, you know, finding your lane as a softball player right now is really, really cool.
Right.
Who do you model your game after? Is there somebody that you watch, you know, from afar that you're like, man, I want to play like her?
Probably Alyssa Brito.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to bat like her.
Yeah, you want to win some games like her too.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, she's won a lot of games. So that's cool. Well, I'm very, very happy that you brought these young ladies to talk some softball. When is your next game?
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow. Who you got?
class in SAS.
Okay. Well, that's going to be really interesting. Okay. Well, good. Well, we appreciate you coming on and talking some Capitol Hill Red Wolf softball with us, and we're going to continue and follow along this journey. And you know, you've got the ACAC tournament coming up, and then the Turnpike 44 League state tournament. That's going to be a lot of fun to play in that venue, and wish you nothing but the best. Continue the hard work, and we'll be following along.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah, very good, very good. That is the Capitol Hill Red Wolf softball team. I'm trying to see who we've got next. We'll let you know. Stay tuned to find out. This is the OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, sponsored by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, Just Burgers, here broadcasting live on KIMB and PPBC TV. Thank you very much. Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day event presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, Just Burgers. Of course, we're broadcasting live here on PPBC TV and KIMB, OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM. I'm here with the Douglas Trojet softball team. Very excited. Anytime I get to interview athletes rocking the orange and black, it's a special opportunity. We're here with Coach Ashley King. We've got shortstop Jaden Gatewood and second baseman Deshauna Lastly. Did I get that right, or did I come close?
Close.
Okay, we'll call it a win. And then, of course, Janiyah Mays Morrison, who's a third base. We've got a bunch of infielders here with us today. Ladies, we excited about this season? Have we played yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're 4-0 right now.
4-0.
Yes.
Very good. So let me ask you, Coach, just a 4-0 start. That's right where you want them. You
Yes.
pretty impressed with this team so far?
I actually am. We have a good group of girls. They've been with me. A couple of them been with me since their freshman year. Jaden's been with me since her sophomore year. So we've been rocking for the last 3 years together.
And talk to me about what it takes to make a successful softball team. What do you look for in your players? How do you build, a winning culture?
I look for people, for students, for student athletes who are students first, because we're always students first. But just they want to win, they want to be there. They live and breathe softball. They love it.
Janiyah, third base is, in my opinion, and no offense to you two, it's the harder infield position to play. It's the furthest throw to first base. Do you have a strong arm?
Yes, I developed it. I've just been developing it over time, getting better.
Now, is that a preferred position? Do you enjoy playing third base?
Yes.
What do you like about it?
I like that it's just like where it's closer for me to communicate with my coaches, kind of.
Gotcha.
Like closer to the dugouts, kind of.
Gotcha.
So,
No, I'm with that. I'm with that. Dejana, I think I got it that time. Okay. Second base, talk to me about that. What led you to be at that position?
Lord have mercy. I don't know. I played one game and, I grew a relationship with playing that position.
Gotcha.
And so, one day I was in outfield and, I didn't really enjoy playing
It's not
outfield.
the same.
No.
It's not the same.
So I
get
came
that.
to my coaches and I said I want to, try playing second, and now here I am.
Well,
This
you're
is my
obviously pretty
position.
good at it. I mean, for the
Yeah.
4-0 start, you got to give yourself some credit. Also, you don't have to run as much as an outfielder. That's true. Jaden, talk to me about shortstop. I mean, you're getting a lot of softballs hitting your direction. You usually see the most dependable infielder playing that shortstop position. What's it like for you?
It's hard, but at the end of the day, my team depends on me to stop the balls and get it to first, so I got to step up and play.
What's been the key to success for your team early on this season?
Just working hard and communicating. That's really it. Like when we communicate and when we talk to each other, we play really good.
Dejana, talk to me about being a hitter in the batter's box. What goes through your mind? What are you thinking about? Because you've got this softball coming at you, and at different speeds, it's going different directions depending on the pitch. What goes through your mind when you're in the batter's box?
Stress. I'm really just trying to hit the ball, but I think so far I'm doing pretty good. These past couple of games, I hate to, brag, but my bunt's been pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
She's
Small
our
ball.
two-hole.
I love
Yeah,
it.
She's
I
our
love it.
two-hole, so.
Now, Janiyah, what goes through your mind when you're at the plate? You seem like you're a pretty confident young lady. Does that play out in real time when you're out there on the field?
Yes, there's sometimes where my nerves can get the best of me, but I know that me being out there, like, just go out there and have fun. Like, if I have fun, then I know I can get the ball to where I want it to go.
Now, when it comes to pregame, what are you doing to prepare yourself mentally when you get into an important game, a big game, especially with as the season goes on, each game's going to become bigger and bigger. But how do you prepare for a game? Is there certain kind of music you listen to with the headphones? How do you do that?
Sometimes, to be honest, I don't always listen to music because I know, like, yes, it'll help me, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm just bonding with my team because the more I bond with them, it gets me ready to go to the field and put in work because I know they have my back.
Well, and I think, knowing that you have that kind of support, that should give you confidence, right? Like, it's not just me. It's not all on my shoulders. It's on all of our shoulders, and we can do this together. What about you, Jaden? How do you prepare for a softball game?
Well, usually, take a fat nap. Gotta have my nap. And then just listen to music. I stay quiet, trying to lock in. And then by the time we get there, I'm like, okay, let's go. Start talking to my teammates, and I'm ready to go.
What about you, Sean?
I'd like to, give a big shout out to the food. It really just helps me calm down.
I like it.
I don't know. I listen to music. I relax. I enjoy my little break before we get out and play our hardest.
Well, again, I think it's got to be an honor for you young ladies to rep the orange and black, to be at an institution like Douglas with the history and so many great athletes that come through that school that have kind of paved the way for you and your team here today. That's got to be a pretty cool thing. Would you concur with that? You
Yes.
guys feel like
Yes.
that? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Coach, what's it like coaching these young ladies? Tell me from your experience something special about each and every one of them here today.
I love my girls. Yeah. I get emotional. Jaden, we call her Buggy. She is a leader on the team. I can come to her with anything that we need, and she will communicate with the girls. She's effective, so therefore our team is effective. Day, she's a quiet storm. She won't say much, but when she does, it's profound. She will let you know, hey, this is what we have to do. But like I said, when she says something, it's determination and it's profound. That's what you get out of her. This one, this is Janiah. We call her Chunky. She's been with me since her freshman year. Never played softball in her entire life, so I've got to see her develop these last 4 years, and it's been amazing.
And not only to work with them every day and see them progress, but you're also winning.
Yes.
That's icing on the cake.
It is. So Douglas didn't have a team for a long time. We're in our fourth season since I think their last team was 2003. So our first year, I just pulled athletes from everywhere. Volleyball, if you didn't make the volleyball team, guess what? You're going to come try softball. So our first year, we were all over the place. Our second year, we got a couple move-ins. Buggy moved in. Buggy has a little sister, JC. She moved in, and then our girls developed. So they bought into the program. So we went from there. So we got third, and then last year we got second. So this year, it's just determined. What are we getting? First. We're getting first this year.
I love that mindset. I think that's important, especially when you're competing for something that you've got to work hard for. Let me ask you three. Let me flip it. What's it like playing for Coach King?
Oh, it's fun.
Amazing. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Is she different at practice than she is here today?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
I paid him to say that.
Well, good deal. Well, expectations, goals. What are we trying to accomplish for the rest of this season?
My expectation for our team is to finish strong and not get down on ourselves. And then our goal, of course, is to win state. But if not, it's okay. We got next year. Well, we don't have next year, but the team got next year.
Right.
So we just got to keep pushing to strive through that.
To stay strong, through this season, we still have plenty more games. A lot to keep, progressing on. And just to win, we have to win.
Keep the train
We
going.
need to win.
Keep the train going.
For me, it's like what my girl said. Just stay strong, you know, just go out there and have fun. And also pave a way for the girls that's coming after us, because we're setting a standard to where it's where, like, okay, you come out here, you give effort, you try, and you're part of a winning program and a fun program.
Well, Coach King, I'm impressed with these young ladies. I mean, you've done a great job with them. And, you know, to kind of be at that, you know, at the beginning stages of what we know is going to happen. Douglas, in athletics, no matter what sport, is going to find a way to build something special, and you young ladies are a part of that. And you should be proud. And I know you are. You know, to get people to come out, I want people to come out and support you. I want people to come out there and watch y'all play. What would it mean when you get students that you go to school with, softball fans, just softball fans in general, come out and support you? What would it mean to play in front of a packed house?
It would be amazing. I feel like when they do show up, like, we're gonna show out as we should. Like, we show out every time, but it's gonna be like, dang, we actually got people here to watch. Let's make a show so they can come back and keep coming back.
Very appreciative, you know, them coming out of their way. I mean, you know, you don't really have to show up, but it's really amazing for us to finally get to showcase our talents and put on a show.
Janiyah, would you be nervous if you got the entire softball stadium cheering for you? That's got to be a cool thing.
Yeah, I would love it. To be honest, I would maybe have like jitters at first, but then at the end of the day, I know it's going to go away because I'm having fun and I'm doing something that I love to do.
Yeah. Well, we're excited. You're also off to a great start, and props to you. When's the next game? Who are we playing?
So we're supposed to play tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain up in Tulsa. So I think we have Tulsa Rogers tomorrow. Okay. But there's an 85% chance of rain. We've been rained out all week, so we've been practicing in the gym, hitting weights, just trying to keep our mind right, ready for the next time we can go. If we don't play Thursday, we'll play Tuesday of next week.
Gotcha. Well, the rain part is so uncommon here in the fall like this, but you tackle it the best way you can. I'm impressed with your team. I'm impressed with you as the head coach, and to be a part of that Douglas Trojet athletic spirit that we all know and are familiar with, and excited for your the rest of the team this year. So and the rest of the schedule. Thank you very much, young ladies, for coming on, and best of luck to you the rest of the season. And we'll be chatting soon. I can promise you that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Douglas Trojet softball team, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more Fall Media Day coverage here on OKCPS, OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, and PPBC TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, Just Burgers. Of course, we're broadcasting live here on PPBC TV and KIMB 105.3 FM. I'm here with somebody that I've been impressed with for a very long time, District Sports Information Director Tanner Stiles. Tanner, how are you, man?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Oh, I'm glad you're here too. You and I we crossed so much. We crossed paths so many times throughout the season in so many different sports. I'm glad that we're able to kind of get together and just talk about it. I mean,
Yeah.
you do a great job with the interviews. You're interviewing athletes and putting out different things and promoting the teams and all these different sports. That's a pretty cool job to have.
It is, and the words you said there, promote. I mean, that's what I'm here for. You know, that's what this position that mine was created for. Now over 3 years is my 4th year now at the district. That's what it was created for. So
Well, good.
it's been really awesome to see all of the amazing people we have in this district. You know, we got some great coaches, and obviously we got some great student athletes in this district as well. So getting to kind of put them on a platform that they're not used to, and you know, it really has been awesome to see the work we put in the last 3 to 4 years come to fruition.
And you've witnessed a lot of great games.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've seen some great athletes, but also some competitive games, some amazing finishes.
Yes.
And then to be able to document that, you know, and then put that out, and it goes viral. Like, that's such a cool thing. Do you have any big memories over the past few years that stands out? Because you've seen a lot.
Yeah, no, and I would say, I mean, I know Douglas basketball kind of gets the highlight. You know, they had a chance to win 3 in a row this last year. Didn't come true, but a couple years ago they were in the finals, and that game ended up going to overtime.
Yeah.
The state championship game, an overtime game, and that was pretty exciting atmosphere. We had the big house; it was packed. Everybody was standing on their feet. It was a really cool experience. So I would say that one stands out for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. I mean, Douglas always finds a way to compete at a very high level, especially when it comes to basketball and girls basketball as well.
Absolutely.
You know, have you gotten a chance? Have you gotten a chance to tour the new place? I think the new arena is going to be open to the public in the spring. I'm just wondering how that's going to look and feel like when we get there.
I haven't been in there yet, but I have seen some pictures, and I know that the big house kind of has that kind of homely feel,
Right,
you know, and
right.
I think this is the more modern look now, obviously, so it'll have a different feel, I think, for the state tournament coverage for basketball.
And that's something that we'll focus on in the spring. More so right now, we want to focus on the fall sports. So, you know, I think that's important. Got a big game on Saturday. Man, Douglas Capitol Hill, that is a very historic rivalry. You know, give us some context of the history on that game specifically. It's Saturday night at 7 at Moses F. Miller Stadium on the campus of Douglas High School. But what can you tell us about that game?
Yeah. So, and this was kind of new to me. Obviously, I've only been in this district for 3 years, but when this game was put on the schedule, it was immediately highlighted and circled. Obviously, OKCPS has a rich tradition in football, and with that being said, 75 years ago, Douglas Capitol Hill took the field, and it really broke the
color barrier.
It did, absolutely. And so I think that was a very significant game for both teams involved, and obviously it paved the way for what OKCPS has been able to do over the last 75 years. So I know it's going to be a really special event for both those schools involved on Saturday night, and I think that both parties are still getting preparations made for some halftime recognition to honor that moment, you know, 75 years ago. So we'll be there. That's part of our co-game of the week we're covering. So both teams, I got to see both of them play at our ACAC previews last week, and they both looked sharp. So it ought to be a pretty competitive football game is what we're anticipating. So.
Yeah, and we want to get as many people out to that event and watch it as humanly possible. And I think that's a really important part of just being a part of this community, is to go out there and support these young athletes. And it does mean something.
Absolutely.
When you get a lot of people there, you know, cheering for them. And then, you know, I'm sure there's some there that are cheering against them, but that's sports. That's what we love. I think a week later, September 13th, we've got the Soul Bowl, correct?
Yep. Yeah, so that's every year. I mean, that's one of the biggest long-standing rivalries in the entire state of Oklahoma, obviously between the east side, Douglas versus Millwood. So I know that's kind of been the focus, obviously the on-field action the last few years, but I think this year, in terms of what I've heard from meetings and stuff, they're really trying to push the unity piece within that east side community and kind of what's been going on over there over the past few years and stuff like that. So,
well, I have the privilege of doing play-by-play for that game on September 13th along with Myron Patton. So we're excited to broadcast that game here on PPBC TV. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that'll be a big one. But what's your favorite part of your job being sports information director for OKCPS? That's a unique title, as you said, that was created for you. What do you love most about it?
I mean, I think it all goes back to the promotion piece. Like I said, when I first took this job, kind of really not knowing what to expect, because I kind of did this at the college level before coming over, and so I kind of had an idea what that would look like collegiately, but then how can I translate that, because these are high school kids, but in reality, they have just as much excitement and seeing themselves on social media as you would see at the collegiate level. So, and again, going back to kind of growing up, I grew up here in the city, went to Bethany, and so kind of seeing what my high school experience was like, kind of compared to some of these other kids, it really is different in a number of different ways. But again, getting to kind of see these kids, and I mean, they're awesome kids, and so they just don't get maybe the promotion or coverage that maybe some other school districts have, obviously. And so me being a small part in playing in that, obviously Shane in our athletic department does a great job with promoting these kids, but at the end of the day, me getting to be out there knowing that I'm going to get to post a graphic for this game, whoever wins this game, and then somebody's going to get an interview. The kids just light up, and now me being in the district for 3 years now, it's really cool because now they see me with the camera on the sideline, and they know where those photos are going to be posted.
That's right.
So that's probably been my favorite part, is just interacting with the kids. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for.
Well, I'm glad we could partner and kind of do. You talk about college college level. We're bringing that to the district and here in Oklahoma City and doing our kind of a media day event, which is unique. And I think it's so fun. It's so fun to do.
Absolutely. So with this media day, it's been great these last 2 days. I mean, all these sites have their own individual media days where we have a great partner that comes and takes pictures for all these kids, so they're at least getting coverage and of picture-wise. But then we saw you guys do this a couple weeks ago with Millwood, and met with Shane, and we're like, can we make this happen with our OKCPS? So a lot of logistics went into play with getting 8 high schools here on 2 different nights with 4 sports in our fall, but they've all been awesome, and they all have done a really good job of getting these kids here. And again, this is just media training for these kids.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if some of these kids are going to go on to the next level to continue playing, I mean, this is what they're going to have to do, at a higher level. And some kids, this may be the only time they ever do something like this, and they'll be able to look back, 10, 15 years from now and pull up this live stream and show their kids, show their other folks for family and stuff. So this has just been really awesome.
Well, and I'll take it a step further. I mean, you never know what field they're going to go into as professionals when they become adults, and you might have to sit down in front of a panel and do a job interview with 4 or 5 people. I mean, this kind of prepares them for those kind of social situations. And I think that's beneficial. How many sports? Because I see you at the football games, I see you at the basketball games, but you're focusing on other sports as well.
Yeah, so obviously within the ACAC conference, we have an event for every sport we have. So we just finished football last week, and I know you've been talking about it, softball and volleyball we just had last week. So we have a conference tournament, quote unquote, for every sport we have, which is awesome. Again, that brings all of our schools together and a chance to compete for a championship banner that they get to hang up in their gym, and it's bragging rights for a year get to do that. So so although that I am at a lot of the football, basketball, soccer, those are kind of our 3 big ones with OKC, which what I go cover. But seeing some of these other sports kind of get some recent publicity and recognition has been awesome in recent years, like esports. Esports is one where we're really kind of picking up traction.
Glad you mentioned that. That to me is wild. I mean, the way that sport has progressed, it's getting bigger and better now. And the fact that the district is really taking control of that and promoting it is such a cool thing. What goes into your esports programs here?
Oh, I mean, we have some really great. I mean, I think U.S. Grant, Northwest Classen, Southeast. I mean, there's all of our high schools have really solid esports coaches. You could call. I mean, they are coaches. I mean, they're teachers in the classroom, but at the end of the day, they're committing their time outside the classroom to sit down and build this. And our ACAC event is so awesome. We do it down at Riversport OKC, and it's right there on the water. And there's a little area up top where they set all these monitors up. And first time I walked in there, it was a wild scene. But I tell you what, it was awesome to see. And like you said, it's rapidly growing, and colleges are giving out scholarships for it now. So some of these kids that may not have the same opportunities to go play some of these other sports that we offer, if they're good at playing Super Smash Brothers or Overwatch or some of these other popular games that are on now, they're going to have an opportunity to continue to do that in college while also getting their school paid for, which is just it's awesome. It's awesome, and it's also really crazy to think about.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard. Just to see that. I hope my mom's watching, because she used to tell me I was wasting my time playing video games, but now you can get your college paid for.
Absolutely.
And you can earn a living doing it if you're good enough. But that's so cool. I love just what the district's doing with all the sports and all of the athletics and promoting the hard work. The effort that these athletes are putting into, and the coaches as well, is so important, and it's so important for just this community to kind of embrace that. And you're doing a great job, Tanner. You and Shane Sanders are doing a fantastic job, and I look forward to the rest of the season. We're just getting started. Media Day is kind of a preview of what's to come.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the rest of the year, man.
Yeah, I'm too. Well, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, we have a great partner with Mascot Media, who does our athletic websites, and that's where all of our schedules and rosters are kind of housed in that. And this past summer, as a district, OKCPS, we were named out of over 600 school districts across the country. Our district won Best Sports Network as a district, and so that was really awesome to kind of piece that together. And again, that's a testament to some of our coaches and our ADs that we have in place. That kind of came from the creation of this position to promote these kids. Yeah. So the fact that we're now other people outside of our district and outside of our state are recognizing kind of what we do, we're kind of laying the groundwork, if you will, for some of these other school districts, not only across the state, but across some other states around us that are seeing what we're doing, and they're trying to implement it into their school districts as well.
Well, you're headed in the right direction, my man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing a fantastic job. I look forward to crossing paths here very soon when we start covering these events.
Absolutely.
Tanner Stiles, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Information Director for OKCPS Athletics. We look forward to talking with you soon. Mm-hmm. We'll take a quick break, and I think we've got some more softball teams coming up. Class and SAS, is that right? Okay, all right, very good. All right, we'll be right back after this short break here at Fall Sports Media Day, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, St. Anthony, Oklahoma City Community College, Just Burgers here on PPBC TV. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, here live from Claire Loper Center, downtown Oklahoma City. Of course, this is all presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, Just Burgers. And we're broadcasting live here on PPBC TV at KIMB FM 105.3. I'm Jay Swick. You guys know that, but I'm sitting here with the Classen SAS Comets softball team.
Yeah.
Ladies, how we doing?
Good. I'm doing great. I'm feeling great.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
I want to know about Classen SAS softball. Of course, we're sitting here with Coach Leslie Hudson, who's the head coach. We've got Adrian Hill and Ashlyn Vince. Tell me about your program. What makes the softball so special at Classen SAS?
So I think really for softball here, we prioritize really like having like teamwork. We prioritize having each other's backs, and it's really everyone helps everyone. No one is kind of left out. Like, I think anyone on our team can sort of testify that we all have each other's backs, and us as seniors specifically, we are all like caring about the underclassmen, that type of thing, or the underclassmen rather. Yeah.
What's it like for you?
I mean, for me, I feel like growth has been a big priority this season. I feel like for the most part, we have a fairly young team. A majority of our team is freshmen and sophomores. There's only 4 seniors, and then I think we have 1 junior. And so for us, it's just like growing as a team and maturing as a team and being able to hand off the baton at the end of the season to the underclassmen, because there aren't too many of us upperclassmen, so we're kind of having to get them to be the leaders. But it's all a part of the goal, and I feel like every day is just one more step into growth as a team and success.
Well, first of all, you young ladies are very well spoken.
Thank
I'm
you.
already impressed just
Okay.
based on that alone. Coach Hudson, you talk about having a younger team. What's it like coaching these young ladies and the rest of your players, and just kind of building that bond that you've got to have in order to have a successful softball program?
I really think the most exciting part about this group and this team is the seniors that we have are just so special. They're so good at being leaders. They're examples on the field, but especially off the field. And just like Ashlyn said, they include everybody. And this part, I mean, from the girls that come out, that's their first day to play softball, to the girls that actually do know the game, they treat them all just like their family. And so that part of it makes this team just really special for me. To get to know that I have 4 really great seniors that are going to pass that baton, like she said, and maybe start a little legacy here. Who knows?
Well, I think you're headed in the right direction.
I definitely
that's
do too.
for sure. Adrian, you're a pitcher, you're a shortstop, you're a third baseman.
Yes.
You have a preference, you have a favorite.
Honestly, if you were to ask me 4 years ago, I'd probably say third base. But I've learned to love pitching because we've been faced with the only being 2 pitchers, and when we're playing so many games, I learned to love it. I learned to be consistent, and I learned to get better. And so I would say now my favorite position is pitching.
Now, that's such a different position than the other positions
Yes.
you played. How did you develop that, to be a pitcher? And it's a unique talent,
Yeah.
and it's the ball's in your hands every play, and you
Yeah.
kind of start the process. What's been your experience as a pitcher?
So whenever I was younger, I used to hate pitching because I couldn't throw a strike for anything. And so I had to learn how to just get the work in and practice outside and go to pitching lessons and get any advice from anybody I could take. I went from being probably one of the worst pitchers on the team my freshman year to learning how to be one of the best. And so I feel like repetition really helped me learn to love pitching. And, being successful always makes you love pitching. So I feel like over the last couple of years, if you look at like my ERA and my stats a lot, it's grown a lot. And so that's why I've learned to love pitching so much.
Well, I think that's really cool, Coach. I mean, talk to me about the evolution of Adrian. I mean, you're the one that's coached her and got her to do something that's outside of her comfort zone, and now it's something that she feels confident in.
Well, I love her confidence. It shows when she's out there, just a complete difference from last year to this year, actually, and how she even takes the circle and gets ready preparing for games, things like that. But I mean, I love her attitude. I think that it's amazing, and it's just a true testament to what this team really is and their character. It's really about doing what's best for the team, and that's what she showed
Well, and
me.
you talk about doing what's best for the team. We've got Ashlyn Vince here, who is the utility player of the year. You play third base, you play infield, outfield, whatever you need her to do, she's willing to do.
Right.
Is that a title? Is that a role that you flourish in? You feel that way?
Honestly, it's really fun to me to be like a utility player, because whether I'm playing infield or outfield, it's like a new challenge each game, and I really think about how I can make the game go as best as possible in whatever position I'm in. Like this year, I started like catching a little bit, and that was like a little new for me. Like me and Adrian used to catch when we were in middle school. Like I used to be her catcher in middle school, but we definitely evolved, and in the beginning of the season I had to catch a little bit, and that was interesting as well. It's like it's always a new challenge trying to figure out how I can like perform the best in each position. Really,
Talk to me about the love of the game. It's something that's got to be near and dear to your heart, and you've been doing it for a while. What was it about softball that you love?
For me, I would say I love the high pressure moments, because I feel like I go out there and that's the reason that I play. Softball is a game of errors, and you're meant to make errors. That's the whole point in the game. That's what wins and loses games. And so the ability to be put under pressure and the privilege to be put under pressure is really why I love the game, because it's just like, that's why I'm here. I'm here for those tough games. I'm not here to get blown out by 10 or win by 10. I'm here for those games that are 7 innings, working hard for the fight every time. That's why I love the game.
And I think that's awesome, because to thrive in tough moments like that, in high pressure situations, I mean, that's, whether you know it or not, that's going to carry over in real life. Because there's going to be those different points that you're going to be battling adversity, and you've got to have the wherewithal to battle through that. What's it like, Coach D? I'm telling you, you've brought some very well-spoken athletes.
I'm truly blessed to
You
get
just
the
kinda
opportunity
oversee
to do
this,
it.
right?
I do. I just get to be there and be the supervisor. Correct. No, I truly am blessed. They blow my mind every day, these students at class and SAS, but especially my girls. They are something special. They're so intelligent. They're so talented in so many ways besides just softball. So just a blessing to get to actually coach them. And
How
be a part
long
of their
have you
lives.
been the head coach at class and SAS, and what's been your experience like kind of developing these players? We know class and SAS, School of Advanced Studies, you're dealing with some highly intelligent student athletes.
Absolutely.
Does that give you an edge athletically in any kind of way?
In certain situations, absolutely, absolutely. In situations where we do need to think, or where they've been prepped with all those academic stresses and pressures, that it just comes second nature to them when they're put on the spot. But this is only my second year with this team, so a lot of these talents were not my doing, but blessed to get to be a part of it and to get to share with them.
What drew you to become head coach at class and SAS? You could be doing anything you want, but you're here working with
I was
these
so
young
excited
athletes.
when this job came up, and it was truly an exciting moment for me to get to step up and come back to high school and get to coach at the high school level again. But to get to come to an amazing school, I'm telling you, this is upper echelon of any district, not just Oklahoma City, but these kids are amazing. The school is amazing. It prepares these students for life, and it definitely shows.
Ashlyn, what does it mean to you to be a Lady Comet softball player? That's got to be an honor.
Honestly, it's just a lot of pride within that. I'm very proud of my journey from all the way to middle school up until now, my final years. It's just been nice to be able to grow with like the same people that I'm used to, and then also like new people as well. But it feels nice to be able to finish with people around me that care about me, have the same interests, have had the same drive that I've had all these years, have had the same love. Even if they're new, they still have love for it. It's just a nice community around me.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And talk to me about goals, aspirations, expectations? You got a game tomorrow. You've got some big tournaments coming up this season. Just what is, in your mind, how do you envision that playing out?
I feel like I envision it playing out as we try our hardest to be the best, no matter what. I think it's resilience. I think it's practice until we make progress, no matter what. Like continuous progress, continuous effort, continuous just success. I think that thriving and succeeding throughout the season is the goal. No matter
is
what.
that a focus for you too, Adrian? Is to find a way to embrace the grind,
Yes.
and to just execute the process on a day-by-day basis.
100%. Coach Hudson and then our other Coach T mentions getting 1% better every single day. And that's what I feel like I agree with. Just getting 1% better. I'm not asking to be the best team, but if I can look at how we were our first game and then after we play our last game and see how much we've grown, that's all that I ask for. That's all that I appreciate. That's my sole goal for the season, is just to see growth throughout not only myself, but the team as well.
Well, describe for our viewers just what a practice is like for a Lady Comets softball player, Lady Comets softball team.
I feel like practices are mainly divided up into defensive and offensive days. So if it's a defensive day, we'll start by doing a warm-up run, stretches, stuff like that. And then we'll go into playing catch. And then we'll do stuff like fundamentals, so fielding ground balls, and then we'll do situational stuff. So coach might hit it to us and we have to figure out where we're going to go with the ball or stuff like that. And then we usually end practice with some sort of conditioning, whether it's abs or just base running or just running in general. But a huge part of defensive practices is definitely accountability. And I feel like as a team, defensive practices may be looked at as our harder practices, but I feel like they're the most necessary practices because, again, softball's a game of errors, and I feel like you make the most errors on defense. So that's kind of how our practices are just super holding each other super accountable and just reaching the goal, being successful. One of our goals this season is definitely being productive rather than being distracted. So our practices are definitely very productive. We have a really great coach, Coach T. He's always really good at making sure we're moving and getting through practice.
Utilizing time.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your mindset in the batter's box. And you talked about the error aspect of the bat and ball sports. I mean, if you can succeed 3 out of 10 times, you'll be a Hall of Famer. So you got to kind of keep that in mind as well. But what is it about being in the batter's box? What goes through your mind? Take me through your experience when you're at the plate.
Okay, so for me, I love hitting. I might say I like it more than defense. So I step in the plate, and I am guilty of watching first pitches no matter where they are. I've always been that way. But it's just kind of to get a feel of the pitcher. So I'll usually watch the first pitch. It could be a strike, it could be a ball. And so I kind of get a feel of my timing and also her speed and her spin. And then I have 2 more strikes to swing at if it is a strike. So I kind of just focus on where I want to hit it. I always look at the field to see where the defenders are to kind of see where I want to go. And then I make sure to watch my timing because, if I have 2 strikes on me, I try to watch for change-ups.
Right.
Because I don't want to get caught, even though I might do it more times than I like to share. But it's all about timing for me, and it's just trying to instill confidence in myself because, hitting is a very vulnerable moment in softball. And so that's what I like saying, I like being under pressure, just because that's when you're under the most pressure is whenever there's 2 outs, the winning runner's on third, and all you got to do is put the ball in play.
That's such a great attribute. I mean, to have that desire. I want to be in those moments. It's not I'm second guessing myself or a little bit hesitant, timid. You're not like that. And that's a great attribute about you. Ashlyn, when you're in the plate, before the first pitch, are you making eye contact with the pitcher? What's our body language looking like as we approach the batter's box?
Okay, I am so tuned into the game. It's crazy. Because usually I'll be leadoff, right? So I basically set the tone for the rest. when I go in there, like, it's like after I've hit or something, like before I even notice like the pitcher or anybody, I'm just thinking like I'm hungry for the ball. Like I need to hit this ball. Like, and I can even see it like when I run or I eventually get onto first or something like that. Coach T, that's usually up there, who'd be like, I can see you really wanted to hit that ball like that. You might not have, you probably shouldn't have hit that one, but you really wanted to hit that. And I'll just like almost my favorite part of batting, ironically, is not even just whacking it. Like I love seeing it and then being a ball that's like you just can't field it. Like there's nothing you can do. But my favorite part is just outrunning them. I love to outrun. If it goes anywhere, I love to outrun them to the base and get there. That's
Coach,
my favorite.
is Ashlyn pretty fast?
Yes, definitely fast. She's got some speed, for sure.
What do you feel like the strength is for your team? What makes this team special?
Their attitude, mostly.
Okay.
Attitude mostly makes them special. I don't know. I thought about this question, on the way here, and I'm thinking, what is our strength as a team? And truly, I mean, I don't know. We've only played 5 games. I can't really tell you if our strength is our offense, our defense, because we've scored 15, and then we've had a game where we haven't scored. So, but I feel like we do have a lot of speed this year. I think maybe a strength this year is going to be just that youth. And the senior leadership. The senior leadership with that youth combined, this team's going to be a whole different team by the end, I promise.
Yeah, well, it's evident. You've got some special athletes leading your team, and I think that's important. You've got a big game tomorrow against Capitol Hill. How we feeling?
I feel great. Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get rained out.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's all right.
Yeah, hoping the weather works with us.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. Adrian Hill, Ashlyn Vance, and Coach Leslie Hudson, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about Class and SAS Lady Comet Softball. We're going to be paying attention, and so many others will. Best of luck this season. You've got some big tournaments coming up after tomorrow's game, so stay healthy. Good luck. We'll be watching.
Great.
Yay,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. I think we've got U.S. Grant coming up next, so we're here at Fall Media Days. We'll see you in a second.
You got to go take pictures, Dan.
Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, and Just Burgers, here live on PPBC TV. Of course, we're over the airways, KIMB 105.3 FM. I'm Jay Swick. I've got the U.S. Grant General Softball team here with us, with Coach Tommy Cornish, and we have Abby Lopez and Mila Connor with us as well. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I'm excited you're here. I want to know about U.S. Grant Softball. How did you become the head coach? And how long have you been coaching?
I've been at U.S. Grant since 1996.
So you've been there a minute?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been there for a little bit. Great community, and people have supported me very well. Never any reason to want to run off from that or leave it. No, I love where I'm at.
Well, I'm a big fan of a lot of people that are associated with U.S. Grant. It's just a great institution, and that's got to be, a badge of honor for you as members of the softball team to be a part of the softball program. Are you pretty proud of that?
Yeah, very proud.
So what positions do we play?
I play pitcher and shortstop.
Okay. What about you?
I'm a utility, but I mostly catch for this team.
Okay, so utility. So you could play outfield, infield,
everywhere.
But you're more focused as a catcher.
Yes, I like backing up our pitchers when I'm out in the field.
Okay, so do you catch Mila quite a bit?
Mm-hmm.
What's that dynamic like when you're in the circle, Mila, and you're communicating verbally and even just with a look with Abby? What's that like? That pitcher catcher relationship?
I'm not sure how if I mess up a pitch, I know she'll be able to get it and I don't know.
Now, do you have different types of pitches?
A few.
Okay. I don't want you to tell the world all of your different pitches. That's not even fun. We'll let them experience that in the batter's box. But Coach, tell me why you chose these young ladies to come represent your school. You could have chosen a lot of other athletes, but you chose these two young ladies.
Yes, sir. When we started the I-44 league, they were sophomores, and we won that one the first year we done that. And the big part of it. And ever since then, last year we come up a little short. That's the way it goes. But kind of got that, we need to get back to that game. But, they started for me ever since they got there. And she pitches really well, and she's a nightmare behind the plate. I mean, don't you get too far off that bag. I don't care what bag you're on, how many people's on it, she will throw it. But, they're just great kids. They work hard. They love to play, and it's really fun to coach them. They're just fun kids, man.
What's your favorite part about being the head coach of the U.S. Grant softball team?
Kids like this, man. And just in the community, their parents, everybody's so supportive of us. And Coach Mays, we want to mention her. She's amazing. She handles all of our defensive stuff. But just the people. It's the people and my kids and who they come from, just quality people. And I love them. They're fun to coach, and they play hard. They get after it. So it's Coach's dream in my mind.
Mila, talk to me about your experience, and I'm trying to understand it. When you're in the circle and 2 outs, bases loaded, what's going through your mind in situations like that?
To hit my spots, and unless they hit it.
What's your favorite part about being a pitcher? Do you prefer being a pitcher over other positions?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
But
that's nonsense.
Well, and I think that's admirable, because not including myself, I couldn't be the focus of in a competition like that. Kind of the ball's in your hands, you kind of control how to an extent, But that's a huge responsibility to be a pitcher. But it seems like you thrive in that position. Now, what about you, Abby? I mean, being the utility player, being the catcher, what do you like most about it?
Well, my favorite part is throwing people out on bases. As you mentioned before, that has been my favorite part since I started playing. But I also like backing up my pitcher and making sure she knows that wherever the ball ends up, I'll be there to get it, like taking the pressure off her.
How did you fall in love with the game? This is a question for both of you. What was it that's about softball? It's like, you know what? I want to play this sport. I want to give it my all.
Well, I've been playing since I can remember, but when I first started, I was always there with my sister. And playing with her has been like the most important part of my high school career. So,
Younger sister, older sister?
Older.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you kind of used her as a role model and was
Yeah,
like, you know what, I want to be like her.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. What about you?
I've been playing since I was like 8, and I just like tried it out one day, and I was like, I want to keep doing this and do it for like my whole until like I'm done, until my
Yeah. And what year in school are you? A junior, senior?
Seniors.
So you're both seniors.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about these young ladies' leadership qualities. I can already pick up on some, but what's your experience?
She is way better in the circle than she gives herself credit for. She can pitch. She can pitch. And we rely on her, and we have confidence in her. And on that side, again, our battery, we've been very lucky last 4 years have a really good battery, which gives you a chance every day. But she hits dingers, and she bangs doubles and scores runs. So they're not done. They'll get to play in college. They both of them will, sir. They'll get to play.
Hits dingers and bangs doubles.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard a better phrase when it comes to high school softball in my life. What's it like for you as players to play under Coach Cornish, who's been a part of U.S. Grant athletics for such a long time?
It's great working under him. I also play baseball, and as a coach, he's always there trying with all of the students, no matter if they're a beginner or if they're a little bit more advanced. I love him as a coach.
What about you, Myla?
He helps. He's like a very good coach, and he if you need help, he'll like talk you through it. If you mess up on something, he'll be like, it's alright to try again. And, if you need help in your batting, he'll tell you to fix it, and then if you keep messing up, he'll keep going and he'll show you what you messed up on, and he's just a all-around good coach.
Well, I think it takes a special person like Coach Cornish to create that culture and create that environment. You've got to build a tight-knit team. If you've got a bunch of individuals out there, it's not going to work. What's the relationship like with you and the rest of your teammates?
Well, a lot of our teammates are pretty new, like sophomore and freshman, but even the short time we've had together, we've really linked up as a team, gotten close really quickly. We do that by hanging out outside of practice too.
Myla, do you kind of embrace being the senior, the leader of the team? Is that something that hey, that's a badge of honor to be, especially the best pitcher, the starting pitcher in big game situations. You go to her, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, with confidence.
Yeah,
she can do it.
That's something to be proud of, Myla. That's pretty cool. Now, do you have a favorite moment? Is there over the past few years, maybe it's a small one, maybe it's a big one. You tell me, do you have a moment playing softball that you're never going to forget?
Probably winning the championship my sophomore year, and yesterday I hit a home run over the fence, my first home run over the fence yesterday.
You hit your first home run yesterday? Okay. Talk to me through that. How did you feel? Did you know it immediately when the ball left the bat, or what?
I wasn't expecting it to go over. I was running. I saw. I was like, oh.
I did. I was like Tater.
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, that's cool. That's got to be rewarding. That's gotta feel amazing. Now,
bigger hit than she's leading on because we won 7-3, and she had a 3-run shot. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. So now, obviously, the Turnpike 44 League state tournament is that the gold medal? The number one goal overall for the season.
Yes, sir.
And you've won it before.
Yes,
what would
sir.
it be like for you, your players? To win it again?
Man, I've been really blessed and had a lot of success at U.S. Grant, and I just want to share it with them, and they do all the work. I just kind of point directions. So, yeah, I'd have total faith and confidence these kids will get it done. I think we got a really good shot to get back to it. I want them to get 2 because we never had 1 at U.S. Grant softball, and for them to graduate with 2 under their belt, I would be very, very proud and happy for them. That would be super cool.
Now, do you have a favorite player that you kind of model your game after and say, hey, I watch her play and I want to play like her? Is there somebody like that you look at, like a Jordy Ball or somebody like that?
It's a little dated, but like a couple years back, Texas had a catcher named Mary Iacopo. She's been one of my favorites ever since.
Nice.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I remember her name, right?
But you watch it, you see enough. I mean, and the popularity for softball, especially in the state of Oklahoma, it's just gotten more and more popular. You got eyeballs all on you. I mean, we've got a lot of people watching right now that are focused in. When you do get a good crowd turnout, does that make you feel good, or does that make you feel nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
It definitely makes us feel better.
Yeah.
Having that juice there makes it easier for us to play without any worries.
Well, and also to wear the general colors, the U.S. Grant colors, and be a part of an institution like that. I'm sure you've got a lot of pride as well. Yeah. What are our aspirations, after season? Are we going to continue to play softball, maybe possibly at the next level, or you going to chase other dreams? What do we think?
I would like to play in college. That's been my dream since I started to play in college.
Coach, does she have what it takes?
Yeah, they both will. They will both get to play. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very cool.
No doubt.
That's very cool. Well, we look forward to, following along and seeing you guys get through this. You've got a game. You have a game tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who we playing?
We're traveling to Tulsa.
Okay.
Yep. We're going to play McLean. I would like to mention how intelligent these young ladies are in their academics. Man, they kill it. I mean, they just kill it. They take a lot of AP classes, and they've never been even close to eligible. I mean, and I was scared to death. I was going, you really going to have to take that. I mean, just, right. But, and I'm so glad they did. But they are smart girls. They're very, very intelligent. I'm super proud. It's just an honor to get coaching, man.
Well, and you've brought your leaders here. Two of your seniors. Is there anybody else on the team that needs to, get a shout out, Coach, that's put in the work behind the scenes, or has done well here recently?
All the way up and down the list. I would mention one little girl. She's a sophomore this year. She tore her knee up at the end of her 8th grade year, so she had to sit her whole freshman year and not get to play. But she was there all the time. I mean, every day, every single day. Ari was there. So, yeah, that kid, for just being around every day and having the passion to be there, she's still a little unsure about that knee. She got over that yesterday. If they was going to throw at her, she would kind of slow down in between bases. But yesterday, she sent it into the plate, and she sent out Superman. Bam! So she got over that hurdle yesterday. But all of them, they're all super good kids, man. They're really good kids, and they're very, very intelligent. And I'm just the luckiest guy in the world getting coaching, man.
I agree, Coach. I think when you get a group like these young ladies have represented here today, it certainly makes your job a whole lot easier.
Way easier, man. It makes it a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. A lot of fun.
Good deal.
I'm a blessed guy.
We're with Coach Tommy Cornish, Abby Lopez, and Mila Connor. Thank you so much for coming on here, Media Day, talking U.S. Grant softball, representing your school to the fullest. And you should be proud, and you've done a great job. And we look forward to watching this season play out. We'll find out how it turns out, but best of luck and stay as healthy as you can.
Thank you. We're grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Good deal. Thank you, guys. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's going to conclude night number 2 here for Media Day, here for Fall Sports Media Day, sponsored by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, Just Burgers. Of course, we've been broadcasting live here at PPBC TV, but it's been a tremendous honor putting a spotlight on these young athletes. We've met a lot of great scholar athletes that are tremendously talented. And we just want to thank Oklahoma City Public Schools for allowing us to come and put a spotlight on what they're trying to achieve throughout their fall sports semester, and look forward to the winter sports semester coming up later on. And big shout out to Shane Sanders, who's done a tremendous job as district athletic director, and Tanner Stiles as sports information director. They do a great job, and everybody affiliated should be proud of everything they bring to the table. So we look forward to doing this again. Come out and support these young athletes. They deserve it. They put in a lot of work, and they care. And so it's important we get that help and that support from the community. Come out there and do it. So it's been an honor to talk to these young athletes, and we'll be doing it again very, very soon. So thank you very much. And again, thank to our sponsors, Super Prep, SSM Health. We really appreciate you. OKCPS, we love you. Go eat some of the best burgers in the state at Just Burgers. And then keep it tuned in to PPBC TV. We've got some more broadcasts coming up very, very soon. So stay close. We'll see you later. Welcome back to Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Sports Media Day, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health at St. Anthony, OKCPS, Just Burgers. Of course, we're here live on PPBC TV, and we've got the Southeast Lady Spartan softball team here. Well, one particular player, right-handed pitcher Brooklyn White, is with us, and of course, Coach Brian Franklin. How we doing, Coach?
Doing great.
Good. I'm very glad to have you here to be a part of Southeast softball program. I think is a really, really cool thing, and I've heard some really, really good things about you, Coach, and about you, Brooklyn, too. How fast are we throwing here? Like, have we? You don't have to give out the real number. We don't want to divulge that information too much, but you throw a little bit of heat when you're in the circle. All right. Well, that's good. Coach, tell me about the Lady Spartan softball team. How did you become the head coach? And just tell me about your team. Is your team ready for the season to get underway?
Well, yeah, I think we're getting ready all the time. Last year, I was approached by administration. I was already the head baseball coach. There was some issue, and they needed a head softball coach and asked if I'd be willing to take it on. I got to say, it's probably one of the most rewarding decisions I've ever made. Working with these young women is remarkable. Now, they're high school students, so there's that. Right. But they are dedicated to what they do, and it's been a great journey so far.
So what's been the biggest difference, just out of curiosity, what's been the biggest difference, coaching softball players compared to baseball players?
Well, it's probably a better question for Brooklyn because she played baseball for me last year as well.
Okay.
The game moves at a different speed.
Okay.
That's a big thing. As far as my coaching style, I think Brooklyn and every other player would tell you, you can't really tell when I'm on the baseball field or the softball field. I sound the same all the time. So they have to learn to deal with that gruff coach kind of speak. That loudness.
you look like an old school baseball coach. You really do.
And I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment, Coach. There's no doubt about it. Brooklyn, I mean, that is unique to see a baseball player turn softball and vice versa. What sparked you to make the change, and how excited are you about this season?
Well, I was playing softball and they didn't have a catcher for baseball, and I've always caught for softball because I've played since I was 4, so I've always just caught but they were like, you should come play baseball because we don't have a catcher. And I said, okay. So I just caught
That
for
is
baseball.
the story of the year. That is literally the coolest thing I've ever heard. And I'm so glad that you were, you had the the confidence to do that. I don't know if there's a lot of people that would have the confidence to do that. That's cool. So now you're playing softball in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about playing baseball in the spring?
Probably.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome.
I need to take that as a commitment.
Yeah,
right
that
now.
is it. We're being recorded, so it's a commitment. Do you play catcher on the softball field? Do you? I know you pitch, but do you play other positions as well?
Usually if I'm not pitching, I'm at short.
Okay.
But that's
Okay.
pretty much it. Mainly
Now,
pitching.
Do you have a favorite softball player that you kind of model your game after, and you watch on TV and say, you know what, I want to play like her?
Especially whenever I'm catching, Kenzie Hansen. When I'm pitching, probably Jordy Ball.
Yeah, that's a good role model to have. Coach, you've got the ACAC tournament coming up, and then, of course, towards the end of the year, you're going to have the Turnpike 44 League. Do you like the structure and the competitive nature in the league with other teams? You like where Southeast is at among some of these other schools?
Yeah, for me, being in this league with like schools, undergoing the same kind of difficulties with getting players and having time to train players and all that, it makes us more competitive. And for us, the girls get to leave a game and know they've played in a game and they just weren't walked over. It's a really good program, and to be in the Turnpike 44 League and ACAC coming up, we're excited. I mean, this will be a fun year.
Highlight some of the other players on your team. I know we can't interview everybody, but we want to put a spotlight on some of the other members of your team and Brooklyn's teammates. Anybody else that you're really excited about this year and that's really kind of put in some work over the summer to prepare them?
There's a young lady who's a sophomore, played for us last year as a freshman. She was our starting center fielder. She'll be starting center field this year again. Her name is Kaya Herndon. Okay. A phenomenal ball player, just really understands the game and has a grit to her that we really like. There's a junior named Roxy that has been playing shortstop for us some. And some third base. She's a leader in the dugout. She's definitely a leader. Who else? Who am I missing?
Lonnie.
Lonnie. Lonnie is a freshman catcher, and she's a phenomenal catcher. She's a wall. Nothing gets by her. So we've got some good pieces and parts, and we're trying to fill in around that right now.
And when it comes to just building chemistry, developing that bond with teammates, do you feel like that you've got a really coachable group?
I really do. Last year, our catcher has been transferred to first base now, and we've given her an opportunity to get from behind the plate, and she's doing a great job. She's a phenomenal young baseball player, and her name is Zeta, and Zeta does a great job for us. And as far as gelling the team together and what it takes to do that, you asked me earlier about the difference between baseball and softball a little bit. You have to, when it comes time to get these girls to be teammates, you have to approach that different than we do with a bunch of hard-headed boys.
Okay.
And essentially what we did was the other coach and I left them in my room and said, y'all work out how you want this season to go and let us know. And they came down to practice, every one of them holding hands in a line. And that told me a lot about them. A lot
Amen
about
to
them.
that. Wow. Brooke, what happened? What happened in that room? How did you bond with your teammates and kind of get everybody on the same page?
We basically just talked, because we had already been playing a couple of games, and we just talked about like what we needed to work on, any problems we had as a team. We just talked about how we could fix it, and we just addressed some issues that we needed to work out.
That's very cool, and that doesn't happen everywhere. To have that kind of connection with your teammates and be so authentic and genuine in that setting, very cool. I think that's awesome. Next game. When's the next game?
So we play Tulsa Edison tomorrow, a doubleheader at their place.
Okay.
We played yesterday at Tulsa Hale, a doubleheader at their house. So, and we've got some kids down with illness, and we had practice day, a lot of walkthrough stuff. We're hoping that some kids will miraculously heal over the evening hours. But we'll go out there and we'll play with what we've got, and we'll give it 100%. And that's what I know about this team.
Now, have you dealt with any of the rain? Because it has been kind of rainy around here lately, and rain shouldn't be a problem. It's the lightning that's the problem. Has weather been much of an effect
Well,
so far this fall?
It has for us. The 4 games, 2 doubleheaders that we haven't been able to play, were at someone else's house, and they were on natural grass fields, and they were flooded, so we couldn't play. Okay. So it really wasn't so much lightning as just so wet that we couldn't get on the fields. Somehow we'll have to work to try to make up those games throughout the season. It may be a 1-1. I don't know yet. We're still looking for some guidance from the district on that.
Okay, so talk to me about the turf, because I think playing surface is everything. It has an impact on the game. We see so many different high quality artificial turfs now that do some different things. Do you have a preference of what your team plays on, natural grass?
I do. We're a artificial turf thanks to Fields and Futures. Our facility is all artificial, which makes it great for us because even when it's wet, we can go play. Lightning, of course, no, but when it's wet, we can play. And we practice on it every day, and the ball reacts different off turf than it does off natural. So when we get to a field that's natural, we have to have a huddle up and say, okay, now listen, it's not going to bounce as high. It's it can take a funny hop. It can do these things, and you really got to be down on the ball when you're playing in this condition of a natural field. So you get kind of used to playing in that artificial turf, and the girls train on it all the time.
Right. You get familiar with it.
Yeah, they're familiar with it. So there is a learning curve a little bit of going out to these natural grass or natural fields and learning how the ball is going to react.
Brooklyn, this is my last question. What is it like from your experience, from your perspective, to be a part of that program and wear that Southeast Lady Spartan jersey? I know you've got to be proud.
I am. It's a really cool thing because I've only been here since last year, so it's really cool to see the differences between coaches and programs and just the girls and the teams and everything. But I'm just super excited to see how we play the season, how we form as a team, and see how we finish out.
Well, Coach, do you feel like Brooklyn is one of your just top leaders?
Well, yeah.
I don't know if you have captains or how that works.
Well, we don't do captains at Southeast. I really expect all the ladies that play for me to all be leaders, to all pull the rope in the same direction. There are some ladies who stand out at times when they need to, when it's time for them to stand out. But I don't try to foster a you and them as much as I do an us. Is really what I'm at.
Well, I think the focus is right, and I love what you're doing over there at Southeast. And I'm very impressed with you, Brooklyn, being a dual sport athlete and being a catcher and a pitcher and a hitter and a baseball player. You can do it all. You should be proud of yourself. You need to be commended for that. That is impressive. Not a lot of people have those attributes. So
Thank you.
That's awesome. We'll look forward to watching you play. And Coach Franklin, you do a great job, and we look forward to following along this season. Good luck in the AC tournament, and of course, the Turnpike 44 League state tournament, which is something everybody's excited about later on.
Well, and we're hoping to defend it. We took it last year.
Oh,
so
very good.
We're hoping to defend
back Brooklyn. Back to back.
We're gonna try.
Okay, all right, very good. Southeast Lady Spartan softball team here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, day number 2, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, Just Burgers, and of course we're broadcasting live here on PPBC TV. We're here with the John Marshall Lady Bears softball team. How we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing my favorite thing, which is, covering athletics, talking to the athletes and talking to the coach. Of course, we've got Coach Sarah Parsons here. We've got Candace Brown, who is the catcher / shortstop, depending on the day. Then we've got Kanaya Battle Smith, who also pitches, plays shortstop and third base. So you're more of an infielder.
Yes.
Altogether. What is it about softball that drew you to the sport and made you want to, become a John Marshall Bear softball player?
Well, I started playing when I was like 4, turning 5 years old, and so like the first time I've ever played, I just instantly fell in love with softball. So I just been playing it on and on and on. And even when I got injured for a few years, I even still came back and wanted to play anyway. So I don't know, I just have a really good love for softball. I just love it so much.
What about you?
What drove me to fall in love with softball, I'd say, is how competitive I am. I play a bunch of sports. I'm in multiple sports. I stack sports on top of each other. I'm very competitive in softball. I can really get into my competitive mindset.
Yeah, competition is obviously really key. Coach Parsons, talk to me about your program. Just, how did you become head coach? What do you love about coaching this team and these young ladies to sit next to you?
I got into it about 4 years ago when I started at John Marshall. I came from a softball background, played some in high school, played some in college. They didn't have a team coach. They didn't even have a team at that time. So I volunteered, started it, and I just love building it from the ground up.
Well, I think that's pretty cool that you're the all-time winningest head coach in John Marshall's softball history.
It worked out.
That's a badge of honor that you should wear proudly.
I do every day.
Very good. What is it about these young ladies, Candace and Kanaya, that stick out? That you can bring anybody on the team, but you chose these young ladies to come and represent your program, represent John Marshall School, which is a very respected institution. What is it like coaching these young ladies, and what makes them so important to your team?
I think what makes them most important to the team is I know if I quit coaching today, besides transportation, they have the team in their hands. They handle things they need to, they show up, and they work hard. And that makes it easy to be a coach. It makes me love the sport even more.
I love that. Now, do you have a preference, Kanaya? Is it pitching or is it being an infielder?
Pitching. I love pitching.
What is it about pitching that you enjoy so much?
I like all the, first of all, I'm competitive, and it's like, I just really have a good love for pitching, because I started pitching my 8th grade year, and so it's like, I just really love pitching so much.
Well, and I think there's a certain level of toughness, dare I say courage, because I was as a former athlete, I was always afraid to get hit in the face with a line drive. And those, in softball, the ball is bigger. Have you ever had any close calls?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's also because, I can also handle the pressure. I can handle the pressure really well. So it's I feel like pitching, especially for this team, is really for me. Because, all the pressure comes to me, which makes me be better. And, help me just, communicate even more and just, yes.
And you've got Candace next to you. Candace, you're the catcher. Do you catch much when she's pitching?
I'm starting more to catch for her. We're a great duo. We work very well together, and with us as catcher and pitcher, which are basically the two positions that really control the game, I think it works very well for our team, and we can communicate throughout the entire field to get it done.
Now, how many different pitches do we have in our arsenal here? Are you throwing a lot of rise balls, curve balls, change-ups?
I say more change-ups.
Okay.
I throw strikes, and then I'll hit a few rises and probably 2 curves a game. I say change-ups.
We're trying to save that elbow for the long run.
I like that, and I think that's important, especially being the coach. That's something you want to look after. Hitting, what's it feel like when you're at the plate? You've got your teammates, chanting and supporting you vocally. You got people in the stands. I mean, what's going through your mind when you're at the plate and you've got somebody that's pitching to you, that's may or may not be pretty good. What goes through your mind when you're at the plate?
My mindset is oh my gosh, I have to hit the ball. I have to get on base. If I don't, I'm probably going to cry. I'm probably going to cry if I don't. So my mindset, I feel like most of the pressure comes, especially when I'm batting, pressure comes to me real talk because, batting can also win a game too. It can win the game even more. So it's
you hit the runs.
Yeah, so if you score a run, it helps the team win. If you don't, so it's batting, I love batting top tier, but if I don't make it on base, I'm going to cry.
Well, I like that drive.
Yes.
That motivation, right? Wherever you get it from. Candace, do you have a favorite moment as a John Marshall softball player? Is it knocking in a winning RBI or hitting a home run or stealing a base? It could be something simple. Do you have a favorite moment?
Overall, throughout the game, I feel like my favorite moment is always when I'm chanting and cheering on my team infield when I'm shortstop. When I play that position, I'm very motivated, especially when we're down in the play. I just get this leader mentality going, and I just turn on this switch and I just get everybody in the stands and on the field, everybody just hype, exhilarated, ready to keep going. I think that'll be my all-time favorite, always getting my team back in the game.
Coach, what does it feel like as a coach when you hear your players talk about that and say, hey, one of my favorite things is supporting my teammates when I'm on defense? That's
truly
cool.
The best thing I can hear as a coach, because we can have the best batters, best pitchers, best fielders, but if they're not rallying together, it's not a fun sport anymore. And we want to win, but it's also a team ideal, so it's really nice.
In your experience since you initially took the job to now, how has the program changed and evolved? Do you like the direction it's been going? I'm sure it was a lot different day one than it is today.
Candace was there day one with me. She's a senior this year. I've not only gotten to see her grow into her position and start rallying the team like she said, but then it built the basis for the team we have now. And we have freshmen last year. Kanaya came in and she only furthered that. And it's nice to see a team build up from essentially nothing to we're winning games, and it feels good.
That's a beautiful thing. Seriously, that is awesome. Now, you've got a game tomorrow, in fact, Tulsa Memorial. What's the mindset going into this game? I'm a little bit worried about the weather, just with the rain stuff, and we don't have room for any kind of lightning. That's for sure. But say we do get this game played, what's the mindset going into tomorrow? What's the focus?
I want to show up. I want to run the field, take over it like I always do, and I love rallying my team. And I just want, because we have a lot of new players on the team this year, and I just want them to fall in love with the game as me and Kanaya has done.
And I just want my team to show up, show out, show them what we can do, win the game, leave with a good just mindset, let us be happy. And say for instance, like if we don't win, still keep a good positive attitude. Like I just feel like me and Candace, we can just, cause we're the captains, like we just show our team where to go, like just lead us to good leadership and stuff, and just like to success.
Well, every great team needs great leaders, and you two do a great job of representing that. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm even more excited now to watch some John Marshall softball. Like I want to see what y'all are all about. So that's going to be a lot of fun. They'll be playing tomorrow at Tulsa Memorial. Coach, thank you for bringing these players. Thank you for everything you do for the John Marshall softball team and the district, and building this program into what it is right now. You should be commended as well.
It's truly like a personal honor. That's cheesy, but finally being able to build something from the ground up and reap the benefits, couldn't do it without them. So.
And no other coach has more wins than you, and that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And stay healthy. We don't have time for any arm injuries or anything like that, or anybody getting slid into. So be as careful as you can, but compete really hard, and I know you will. So John Marshall, Lady Bears softball team here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We'll take a quick break and come out with, I believe, Capitol Hill's coming up next. That's right. Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up. We'll be back after this. We're broadcasting here from the Clara Looper Center, downtown Oklahoma City, for the OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day. We'll be right back. Welcome back to OKCPS Fall Sports Media Day, presented by Super Prep, SSM Health, OCCC, and Just Burgers. Of course, we're broadcasting live here on PPBC TV. We're also over the air, KIB, OKC Sports Radio, 105.3 FM. I'm Jay Swick. We've got the Capitol Hill Red Wolves softball team here with us. Excited about the season. Talk to me. How are we feeling?
We're feeling excited. We have motivation to go play every day.
I'm excited to watch your team play this year in a big way. Of course, we're here with Olivia Vargas, who's in the middle. Then we've got Jalen San Miguel and Coach Diedrich Marsh. Coach, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic now that I'm talking to some Red Wolf softball players and the leader of the program, such as yourself. Talk about your program. What's so special about Capitol Hill's softball team this year specifically?
The ladies, the young ladies, they're a joy to work with. That's one of the reasons I come back every day. I mean, they put their heart and soul into it, and I said, if you're going to put that much work into it, I'll put that much work into it. And there's just been an absolutely pleasure to work with these young ladies, and actually how they have progressed from where we started. It's just nothing been short of a miracle.
And, let me ask you, Jalen, you're a catcher. You also play a little bit of infield. Do you have a preference? Do you have a favorite position?
I do. I love being a catcher. I've been a catcher for 3 years since I started playing softball.
Now, that's a hard position to play. I mean, you're crouched down. Especially it gets hot. It gets dirty. You got people sliding into you, trying to steal home, different things like that. Are you calling out different pitches from a catcher's perspective, or do you kind of leave that up to the pitcher?
I leave that up to the pitcher.
Okay, gotcha. Olivia, you are a pitcher. What's it feel like to be in the circle and have all eyes on you, and to kind of have your own little battle, your one-on-one battle with the hitter in the batter's box? What's that like from your perspective?
Before, I had a hard time mentally, but now I'm starting to calm down in the circle and not think about it and just pitch.
So have you been preparing all summer for this upcoming season and that opportunity? I'm sure you knew you were going to be a big time pitcher on the team.
Yeah, I've been practicing over the summer.
Have you watched other pitchers maybe at the collegiate level that you're like, hey, I want to pitch like her?
Yeah, I've been watching OU's pitcher and Texas pitcher.